Hey DIYers, Jarrett with Alarm Grid here. Today we're going to be discussing if you have to subscribe to monitoring in order to use Total Connect 2.0. Yes, you do have to have an account with AlarmNet 360 in order to be able to use Total Connect 2.0. Now, in order to be able to have access to Total Connect, you do have to have granted access from your alarm monitoring company to be able to use Total Connect because they are the ones who create that AlarmNet 360 account for you. Now, if you did want to use Total Connect 2.0, you can choose with the different monitoring plans that we do provide here at Alarm Grid. We have many of different plans, or we have many plans that you can choose from. Total Connect 2.0 is an interactive service that is exclusively used with the Resideo security systems and Total Connect 2.0 IP cameras. Now, Total Connect 2.0 is a great application to allow you to be able to control the system remotely wherever you are. You can use the mobile app on your phone to be able to arm and disarm the system. You can receive notifications, whether it be text message, email, or push notifications. Another thing that you can set up are sensor notifications, where basically if you have certain areas or certain locks or doors, windows that you wanted to keep in sync with the system and make sure that those areas are not being accessed, you can set up a notification for those certain sensors to notify you immediately if they are being accessed, if they're being tripped, or if they're even being tampered with. So you could set up these notifications for either all of your sensors or even a couple of the different sensors that you have. That's a great thing with Total Connect, is you can just keep in sync with your system wherever you are. Now, one of the great features of Total Connect 2.0 is being able to disarm the system remotely. As I said, you can arm and disarm the system anytime, wherever you are, but one of the great features is that if your system were to be triggered, or if the alarm were to be triggered, you can disarm the system remotely as well. As long as you're using the master code to be able to disarm that panel, you can do that remotely through Total Connect 2.0. And then if you wanted to rearm the system, you definitely can. Now, if by any chance you're trying to rearm the system, and let's say, for instance, one of your sensors had an issue, and that's the reason why your system was triggered or your alarm was triggered, then with Total Connect, you can bypass that sensor as well. So basically, if you're not home, you can't troubleshoot the sensor. If you don't have time to troubleshoot a sensor, you can bypass the sensor in Total Connect, so you can arm the system while you're gone. And then when you come back, you can troubleshoot the sensor, see what's going on, and then you'd be able to use the system without worrying about that sensor having any issues. So those are already two features that are great with Total Connect 2.0 that you automatically have. So if you have Honeywell Camera set up with Total Connect 2.0, you are able to see a live feed from those cameras as well as the video clips that you have sent to Total Connect as well. Now, the Honeywell cameras, they have motion detection, so if they were to pick up any motion, they're going to start recording those clips, and then those clips are going to be sent to Total Connect 2.0. And then you can view those clips remotely. If you wanted to check a live feed of the system instead of just viewing those clips, just jump into it. You'll be able to do all of that. If you have a Skybell doorbell camera that is Total Connect 2.0 compatible, you can be notified if anybody were to ring the doorbell. If you have the Skybell set up as the doorbell, you can be notified if anybody were to be walking up to your door because it has motion detection. If by any chance that's the case, it'll notify you. You can open it up. You can see the live feed on your Skybell. You can communicate with the person through the Skybell doorbell camera. You can do all of that remotely through Total Connect. Now, Total Connect 2.0 is not just able to be used on your phone via the app. You are able to connect to it through the web as well. So if by any chance you have access to your phone and you wanted to check out Total Connect, you can just jump on your computer, go to the website, and boom, you'll be able to use Total Connect 2.0. So the thing is about Total Connect is, as long as your system or your alarm system has an active internet or cellular connection, and your phone or computer has an active internet or cellular connection as well, then you're set. You can use Total Connect 2.0 remotely, and you'll be able to control your system and keep in sync with it anytime. You can basically keep in sync with your system wherever you are remotely through your phone or a web browser. You are able to control Total Connect either through a web browser or on the mobile app on your phone. Now, Total Connect, as I said, it is very useful because it does allow you to be able to check the system status, and see exactly what's going on with the system wherever you are. As long as you have a connection on your phone, you're able to connect to Total Connect 2.0. As long as your system has a connection, then you're able to use it as well. Now, just keep in mind that when you are looking for a plan to use Total Connect 2.0, the different plans that we have allows you to do different things with Total Connect. Now, if you wanted the full, complete access of Total Connect 2.0 and have everything included, then you're going to be looking at the Platinum plan or Self-Platinum plan. But the real reason why you would use a Platinum plan or the Self-Platinum is if you were using Honeywell IP cameras. Now, if you weren't using Honeywell IP cameras, but you still wanted all the access to Total Connect 2.0, then you can either use the Stealth Gold plan or our Gold plan. Now, do you have to subscribe to monitoring in order to use Total Connect 2.0? Yes. If you have any questions about Total Connect 2.0 or alarm systems in general, please contact us at support@alarmgrid.com or go to our website, alarmgrid.com. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. If you want notifications of future videos, please click the bell icon. This is Jarrett with Alarm Grid. You have yourself a great day.